Okay, so in week 7, this is week 7, we look at unit 4, data commentary. What do you mean by saying data commentary? Anybody know about that? Data commentary? Mr. Savandi, Top Savandi, what is the data commentary? Oh, yeah, okay, hello. So what is it? Oh, oh yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. It's okay, it's okay. I will mute. Well, okay. All right. So fine, fine. Okay. So we can continue. Okay. Data commentary is the interpretation or description of your data. You do this in the finding, in the result. Okay. In the finding, research findings. Okay. Descriptions. Okay. All right. This is you call data commentary. Okay. So can you now look at the introduction? Okay. Data commentaries are data focused writing subtasks. Okay, yeah. So in your data, in your finding, you have a lot of data, and then you have smaller data in there. So then you actually comment about that. You describe about that. The amount and level of specificity of commentary provided for a data set can vary considerably depending on the type of text being written or the genre, yeah, the kind of text. Okay, so you may have different genres describing your data. Okay, for example, you have like problem solution, you have cause and effects. Okay, you have like what narrative or whatever. Okay, all right. This is you call data commentary. Okay, right. Okay, it is not easy to predict precisely what you might need to do in a data commentary, but some of more common purposes are too. Everyone look at the purpose, highlight the result of the research. Yeah, because you want to show, okay, you want to show the result of the research. Use the data to support a point to make an argument in your paper. Yeah. So you actually use the data, okay, to support a point, okay, or to argue, okay, to make an argument in your research, assess theory, common beliefs, or general practice in light of the given data. Okay, yeah. So these are the purposes. Can you now look at here? Okay, more. Compare and evaluate different data sets. Yeah. So you need to actually also compare and evaluate different data sets. Okay. Assess the reliability of the data in terms of the methodology that produce it. Okay. All right. And discuss the implication of the data and then make recommendations. Okay. This is you call data commentary. So typically, of course, a data commentary will include several of these elements. Okay, can you now look at this? Okay, so the data commentaries usually uh, have these elements in the following order. Yeah. So number one, you have location elements and summary statements. Okay. Yeah. Number two, highlighting statements. Yeah. You highlight statements. And number three, discussion of implications, problems, exceptions, recommendation, or other interesting aspects of the data. So, usually in the data commentary, everyone, you have these elements. Okay, number one, the location. Okay, the location elements or the summary statements. Okay, number two, you actually highlight the statements. Number three, uh, you discuss the implication, the problems, or the exceptions, recommendation, or the interesting aspects of the data. Okay, yeah, you are. Can you now look at here? You can find this on page 142. Okay, yeah, you can find this on page 142, and then you actually look at they highlight the location statement or indicative summary, and then they highlight statements in terms of the linking as a clause. Okay, yeah, okay. So this one I would like Mr. Uh, Taina. Mr. Taina, can you read this one? Hello, Mr. Taina. Are you there? Yeah, yeah. Can you read this one, please? Oh, yeah, yeah. But you hear me clearly now? Okay, can you read this one, please? Sure, 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 sure. I hear you. It's okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm listening. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. No problem, Mr. Yeah. Okay. Please. Yeah. Please. Please. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Stop here. Okay. Okay. So table four shows this is the location. Okay. The location statement. So you can actually know that what they actually where they actually talk about this result. Okay, so you can actually look at the table 4. Actually in your book you can look at 100 and page 142. Okay, and then you can look at number 3, starting here. Number 3, they actually highlight the statements in terms of linking as a class. Okay, yeah, over here. Okay, so let's continue now. Mr. Saina, can you continue, please? Mr. Saina, hello. Oh, okay. So Barang, yeah, Barang, yeah. Can you read this one, please? All this page. You see it? Pornographic, yeah, pornographic materials. Really? Pornographic. Yeah, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes. So you can see from number 9 and number 10, this is the interpretations and the implications. Okay. What do you mean by saying implications? It means what we need to do more. So usually you give implications, or actually sometimes this is you call recommendations, because we want actually to know what we need to do more after we find the result. Okay. So for example, in your research, after you find something and then you find the problems, why you want to do research? Because you want to actually look for the problems. So when you know the problems, you actually give the recommendation or implications to actually do more for to solve these problems. Okay. So to solve the problem, uh, this problem will likely to continue until reasons that suggest engage in that this behavior are clearly identified. So to stop people from downloading illegally, we need people to know that this is the copyright. You cannot just copy for free. You cannot just download for free. You need to pay because people work hard for their work and then they upload here because they want to earn some profit. And you just download illegally. It is not right. It is not fair for them. Okay, this is the implication. Okay, all right. Okay, now look at here. Location element and summaries. Everyone, yeah. Many data commentary sections begin with a sentence containing a location, elements, and a brief summary of what can be found in a visual display of information. Okay, all right. So you can actually see this. Okay, the location statement and a brief summary, okay, in your writing, in your research writing over here. Okay, all right. So please look at it, everyone. Summary plus location elements with passive voice. We bring 2 points to your attention. Okay. First, note that consistent use of the present tense. This occurs because the author is talking about his or her present paper. Wow, everyone. So in here you use the present tense, okay? The present tense, because the author is actually writing the present paper, not the past one, okay? And second, in English, the active forms are just as appropriate as the passive form versions. So it's like in your study grammar, if you focus more on the doer, you use you use active. But if you focus more on the receiver of the actions, you use passive versions. So sometimes you use passives to make things more polite. Okay, right. Okay, summary plus location element with passive voice. Although switching between active and passive voice may seem to be a good stylistic strategy, a better strategy would be to choose active or passive on the basis of old to new information flow. Okay, old to new information flow. Specifically, um, passive construction can be used to place the old or familiar information in the subject position and the new information. That is the location of the data at the end. Okay, so you can actually use the passives when you want to actually to replace the old information and you make it like as a new structure. Okay, over here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit blur. So can you now look at here? Language focus, verbs in indicative and informative location statement. Everyone, please look at here. There are appropriately a dozen verbs commonly used to make reference to non-verbal materials. Some can be used with both types of location statement. Show is one verb, such verb. Okay, show. Yeah, indicative statement that summarizes the kind of research was done. Okay, yeah. For example, indicative statement that summarizes what kind of research was done. Yeah. Okay. So this is a passive. Table 4 shows the types of internet uh, misbehavior common among university students. So, s- informative statement that highlights something interesting about the data. Okay, yeah. So, table 4 show that illegal downloading of music or film is common among the students. All right, okay. So, over here, you can actually see uh, the kind of the passive they actually use. Okay, in the informative and indicative location statement. Okay. Yeah. Notice the information after that clause is given in a clause with a subject and a verb. Okay. A subject and a verb. Some verbs can be used with only one type of location statement. Provide, for example, yeah, provide can only be used in an indicative location statement and cannot be used with that clause. Yeah. The flag indicates incorrect usage. Okay, can you now look at here? Table 5 provides demographic information for the study participants. Okay, so table 5 provides that. You cannot say provide that. Okay, yeah, it is not correct. Yeah, over here. Okay, wow. So let's continue, everyone. Wow, still language focus, uh, linking as clause. Okay, so far we have used sentences in which the reference to nonverbal data is either the subject or the agent in the main clause. However, another common way to introduce informative statements is the linking as clause. Here are some examples. Yeah, please look at the example, everyone. Yeah. Okay. So who can read this example, please? I want somebody to read this example. Mr. Vanin, hello, Su Vanin, you there? Yeah. Okay. Can you read? Can you read this example, please? Yeah. All. Okay. Shown. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Figure him in figure one and figure two. Mm-hmm. Very, very. Yeah. Variation. Yeah. Variation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dialects. Yeah. Okay. Are shown. One. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So they use the verb shown. They use the verb shown. Some active, some passive, and so they use the verb see. Okay. For C, usually you use in passive, okay? As can be seen, as you as can be seen. Yeah, okay. So this is the way that you actually use verbs as active and passive in your data commentary in the finding sections. This is you interpret your result. Okay, right. Sorry. Okay. Now let's continue here. These linking clauses, where as does not mean the same thing as since or because, are exceptional in English grammar. In the passive, these linking clauses have no subject. Compare the following sentences. Can you now look at here? As it has been proved, the theory may have practical importance. One more. As has been proved, the theory may have practical importance. Okay? Yeah. So uh, over here, the below one as has been proved. Seems like they actually delete the subject. Okay? Actually, as it has been proved. Okay? Yeah, over here. Okay, look at highlighting statements. Okay, so the central sections of data commentaries consists of highlighting statements. Highlighting statements are points that can be supported by the details of the data. We have already seen some examples in the text that accompanies task 2. So highlighting statements need good judgment. They are an opportunity to show your intelligence. In particular, they are an opportunity for you to demonstrate that. So the highlighting statement actually follow the location statements. This is the central part, which is very important to actually present your results to your readers. Okay, yeah. Okay, please look at here. So you can spot trends or regularities on in the data. You can separate more important findings from less important ones. You can make claims of appropriate strengths, okay? And try to avoid everyone simply uh, repeating all the data in words, yeah, and attempting to cover all the information or claiming more than is reasonable or defensible. Okay, so please do not do this. Okay, yeah, avoid this three ones. Okay, okay, yeah, and then we look at concluding a commentary. Okay, yeah, concluding a commentary requires some original thinking. In fact, you may recall the conclusion of the commentary or on internet misbehavior did not merely stop but offer the author knew that misbehavior will persist. Yeah. Look at here, number 10. This problem will likely to continue until reasons that students engage in this uh, behavior are clearly identified. Yeah. You can see the article at the moment that you read. So this is the way that they conclude a commentary. Okay. Yeah. Or actually, this is giving the recommendation or implication. Okay, the discussion of time to degree. Okay, also concluded with some speculation about the reason for difference in time to PhD completion. Okay, look at number 7. uh, Expectation that are unmet, unclear, or articulated, yeah, Barnes 2010, could influence the length of time it takes to earn a doctorate. Yeah, a doctorate. Yeah, doctorate is the master doctor, the doctor's level study. Yeah, okay, doctor's degree. Okay, yeah. So This is the way that they actually conclude, okay, conclude a commentary. So here they actually give their recommendation or implication, okay, right. Okay, can you now look at here, everyone? One of the challenges in writing the conclusion is believing that you have something that is worth saying and that is reasonably follows from the data. In this regard, research has shown that strong writers engage in some reasonable speculation about the meaning of their findings, while weak writers avoid doing so. Then, due to concerns about yeah, then yeah, sorry, everyone. Thus, to position yourself as knowledgeable and capable, you may want to consider including some of these elements uh, in your conclusion. Look at here, everyone. Explanations and implication of the data, yeah, or explanation of the reasoning process that led to the conclusion, if appropriate, unexpected result or unsatisfactory data, if necessary, and possible further research or possible future prediction, if appropriate. Yeah. So please look at these points, okay, everyone. Yeah. Well, so that's all for today unit lesson. We talk about data commentary. Again, for the data commentary, you need to actually look at three steps. Okay. Step one, this is the location statement, which actually states uh, where you actually talk about. Okay, in your research. Yeah. So, for example, you say the table on page like 13 of my research show that, for example, yeah. And then step two, okay. Step two, this is highlighting statements. It means you actually present the results, okay, the result in your research to your readers. And step three, this is the uh, this is the implication statement or concluding, okay, or concluding. I mean, in this is your the concluding commentary, okay, in your research. Okay, so I hope you guys get some points, but you can rewatch the recorded video if you do not understand well. Okay, please rewatch, everyone. Rewatch the recorded video. Okay. Over here, it is also raining hard too over here. Okay, so please watch the recorded video and enjoy your rest of the day of this Sunday. Thank you, everyone. See you later. Thank you.